Google Classroom. It was developed and released in September of 2014. And let me just show you, it's not under these here. I couldn't find it, so I'm going to just Google it. It brings it right up. Now, like before, what I'm going to have you do is bookmark it because it doesn't go in there, and I'm just going to say I can leave it right here on my bar, and when I do that, my bar is quite long, and so I'm going to slide it up here where I have more access to it, and I'm going to bring it right over here so I have it here. It's on top here. I'll slide it over one more so it stays up here. So Google Classroom, like this. Now, as you can see, it tells me right away, hey, you're not, it's not available to you because I don't have the K-12. So let me just give you a little pitch about that. It's kind of clumsy at this point because it cannot, you have to have a domain. And I could purchase a domain name, but I got to pay $8 regularly to keep that name and run it through there. And South Dakota has purchased this through their K-12 email system. So in South Dakota, everybody can have access to this as long as they have a K-12 email address, which you have been assigned in one way or another. Now, why that becomes clumsy, because you have to sign into your Google with that K-12 to get this classroom to work. And the thing that's why I say it's clumsy is because it doesn't have Gmail. Once you sign into that K-12 in Google, you don't have Gmail. The only email you have with it is your K-12. So that's why it's a little clumsy, because the strength of Google, I think, is that it's all integrated. And when you take that away, then it's a little clumsy, and everything else works except the Gmail. So I'm not quite sure how to proceed. And when you get your own school, and that's the thing, I can't send you out as a graduate of DSU and not have some background in this Google Classroom. And I think it's really quite intuitive based on what you know, and so we'll give that a go here. So the first thing you have to do is, you can do this a couple ways, and you have to do it a couple ways, but the first is here, I'm logged in here with my current Gmail, and that's why it says I can't do that. So I can simply come up here and say, I want to, I think I can do this, add an account, and I go like this and put my current in here, K12.st. And this is what you will do also. And now I don't want my password. Oh, yeah, that's right. Always will take you back here. And you have to do it again. Because you have to be logged in. You have to be logged into your Outlook, into your K-12 for this to work, because otherwise there's no email to it. It comes up like this. That's just all their new stuff. And you can see I've been in here messing around with it a little bit. So let me just see if I can demo you how this works. One of the things that I would suggest to you under classes, I would mark them very specifically, especially if you teach multiple classes or multiple sections. Like in my well, now none of these will work. I wanted to show you my Google Drive, but it's not. It's going to be kicked over to this now because I've signed out. So now the only Google Drive I get is the one that goes with this account. So my point being here, you want to be very specific as to what it is here. All right. And I think it's this one that I want to create a class. And so I'm just going to call this demo 2 just to work from here. And this one here says, well, if I want to give it a section name, which I don't, so I'm going to create it. Okay. And it takes a little bit, and it'll show here pretty quick. like this. And so to get here, open folder for this demo 2, and that's where they come here. All right, and I don't have my stuff in here, so I demo 2 like this. So first of all, what students do I want in here? And you can do one of two ways. You can invite students. You can say, here's the code, and again, they have to be logged in to their K-12 for this to work. Okay. The other thing you can do is bring them in for your contacts. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some in my contacts, because when you see now, the only contacts I have in here is myself. So this works for this. Come here, and here is contacts, and this should be now the ones that go with this K-12. So I need to sign out of this one and into this one. Okay, and it lets me just switch over there. This one I bring in. So I'm going to put a contact in here. And it goes like this. I'm going to say it's a new contact. And I'm going to say it is Alex Vegan, because I have his account. And I'm going to say he's a student just so I know which one he is. I maybe I'll put a little picture in here of him so I know I got the right one. I'll grab this one of him and I'll bring that in just to keep track of him. And you can do as much or as little as this you want, but I'm going to do this just to kind of keep track of, because I have him in so many accounts, I want to know where that comes from. And now this is his Gmail address from his K-12, and this is what that looks like. This is his K-12 AF3401, and they were assigned that early. And again, it has to be K12.sd.us. So now he should be in here. And again, you can make groups and stuff, but I shouldn't have to with him because I don't have anybody else at this time. And so I will come back to the classroom, get this out of here. In my demo, and I can invite him in. I'm going to invite him to come in like this, okay? So now I have a student in here, and you would list all your students here, and you can invite them this way or however you want to do that to come join this, okay? So now I come and I think I make assignment here, right here. So here's what I do now. I want to make an assignment here. I click this and it tells me what do I want him to do. Do I want him to reuse this post or create a question, create an assignment, or create an announcement? So you can, those are all the things you can do here. So I'm going to create an assignment. And I'm going to call this South Dakota I'm going to just call it information. You make sure again that you label this very well to keep track of it, because my guess over time you'll have tons of these. And the other thing I would suggest to you is that you start to put dates and times, and that's what I had to learn the hard way, is that they can start to run together. So every time I create something in my Google Drive, I put a date on it. So I'm going to say this is fall 15. And you can be more specific in that. But look at here. The first thing it wants to know is when is it due? And so I click this on, and I can literally come over here and say it's due today, and I want it by and it lets me literally come in here and tell it. And so let's say I'm working in school, I want this by the end of the day. Or if I'm in a specific period, I want it by the end of the period. You simply tell it that, what you wanted. So I'm going to say I got to have it by 3 o'clock today. Alright, so I have that. And now I can put a link in here, or something Google Drive, or something external, upload this file. But I'm going to bring in a file. So first, before I do that, I'm going to go back to my drive here, which is gone. Now I'm in this drive, my other one, and I'm going to say I need a new, and I would like a Google Doc, and here's what I'm going to do. Okay, and this is good. And so I'm just going to put a couple questions on here, and I'm going to say this doc is called and this is just something simple. And so my first one will be, how about something like this? Okay, there's one question. And then this one is, okay. To where you found it. Okay, so I have these here, and as usual I would like this a little bit bigger. I'm going to say this is 18 because I'm old and I want to see, and that's all it is. Okay, and again I can now move this if I have folders. I want to keep track of this, where it goes, and so I have this one. I can open this. Demo 2 is where it's at. And so I say, this is where it goes. I think I got that. Yes, it's in there. Okay, so it already was in there. So I can go ahead and close that. And there it is. Now, when I come here, I better, so hopefully it's there. My drive, it's in this folder, it's in this one here, and so I attach that, and now it should be ready. Students can edit this file. Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. I want to make a copy for each student, and this is important how you set this, because here I want them to make a copy. I'm going to make a copy. I don't want them to do it. I'll make a copy for each one, so when they get it they have their own copy. And you want to set this correctly here, because they can, something they can all edit or something they can all view. But here I want to do it because you can see there's all kinds of things you can do with this. But this is an excellent way to quickly distribute stuff to your students. What you'll have to decide, of course, is what ages can handle this. Certainly middle school, and I would say and down to even 3rd grade, or certainly by 4th grade, they can manage this. Because again, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be in systems that have mobile apps, and even the stuff that I'm having you do today could be done on a phone. Could be done on a phone on these smartphones. So I'm going to say make a copy for each one. Okay, what are my choices here? I'm ready to assign, and so I'm assigning this to the one student I have in it. Each student will get a copy. All right. So now the assignment's created. Let me come out of here, say what are my classes. I open that folder, it shows me what's in there. There's that, things like that. And there is templates here, all kinds of templates and stuff. But let me click out of this and see what else I've got here. Here's my assignments. This one I hooked up earlier. Again, I can look on this. Mark as reviewed. Let me just go to here. It's telling me no students have turned anything in yet. And you can adjust this. I'm going to say this is worth 20 points. I didn't set that. I didn't see where that was, but you, I guess I don't have any instructions. I could put instructions here. So let's take a look now. Let's go see what it looks like on the other end, on Alex's end. And he allowed me to go ahead and use his stuff so I could see this, what it would look like. So let's see if it came in and what it looked like. All right, so I've logged him in. He has the same deal. He has a Gmail account, but he has to be logged in like this for it to work. All right, so here it is. Let's see what it is. And it looks like this. This is to him. Hi there, Tim Fegan invited you to class demo 2. Join the class here. So he clicks on this. And it should go right to it because I'm already logged into his K-12 account. Okay, nope, I got to get out of here. And so I got to come down here and say sign in with a different account. And I'm going to add an account. And this again is this. Is AF3401 at Okay, I think I got it. And again, I will say to you, to me this is a little clumsy that it takes that much to get clicked around and stuff. But this is what it looks like on his end. It comes up. He's logged in here in the upper right hand corner. He sees me as the professor, as the teacher, in the classroom, as they would you, and I encourage you to personalize it that way, and he sees this. So he says, sure, open. All right. And it comes up. He has to open it. And he sees this. Okay. And so let's go here and say this is cheap, but I'm going to Google, and I'm going to say largest city in South Dakota. List of cities, Wikipedia. Let's try that. And I look at this. And go, hey, thank you. And so it's pretty current here, and Sioux Falls is the largest with 168,568. Can you believe that? It's almost, it's more than double the next largest city. I didn't know that. And look at the growth from 2010. 15,000 people more in 4 years, a 10% increase. All right. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Come back to here and say, and let's go ahead and put this information in there for the heck of it. Okay. And then what's the state capital? Could that be on that same page? Well, let's come back here and say up here says these are the green ones are county seat, but the double one is the state capital. So we come down here and here's one with double. That is Pierre. And so we go ahead and put that in here. Population is, and again this is just supposing, and that's And now he has participated. Oh, we forgot this one. What about the link? And we'll say he got it from Wikipedia. And you grab this URL here, and I'm going to copy that, come back here, and as I showed you before, this is how you link. You do not lay the URL. I come here, it gives me that, I drop that, and there it is. Okay. Now it gives me this button right here. And it's my understanding from Alex that once you hit that, he no longer has access to this. Oh, here's another big change. He doesn't have to put his name on it because it's up here when it comes in. Now, the years that we spent encouraging students to make sure their name was on everything, thanks to technology, that goes away. And now their name is there, but it's time stamped when they put it in. And that's one of the things that I found interesting when I got involved in the tech world. Everything is time stamped. I know when everything you turned in, every time you completed something, even if you worked on it, it's time stamped. So let's turn it in and see what happens. Okay. Turn in. Turn in your work. I attached will be submitted, and again it gives you another chance to turn it in. Now it looks like to me it's still here. Access denied. Okay, so now you can't do anything with it. All right, so it's here, but I can't get at it. So I can see what I did, but I can't. I don't think I can do anything with it. Okay. View only now, and that's okay. What I was going to see is what his drive, and see if it shows up in his drive now. Remember, this is his now, not mine. He's probably not going to appreciate me dumping stuff in here. He's got a few things in here. All right. I don't see a folder over here that says demo. I thought I would. How about recent? Here it is. South Dakota. Now I don't see again where that would have come from, unless it's under classroom. There it is. So there, it created a folder in his too that has the name of the class in it. Okay. So there it is, and so it's up here already. Go back a little bit here. If I open this and say classroom and demo, this one is here. Okay, and it's the way he completed it. Now let's go back and see what happens after we look at it. All right, and so apparently I have to refresh this. One is done. This may not done, and that's just for you. This is for you. It tells you who's done and stuff like that. It's there. Here's the due date and stuff. All this, and so let's just click on it and see. How come it didn't come in here? I wonder if I have to refresh or something, even though it says one is done. I wonder where I have to look for this. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's the first student, and I can go ahead and click on it. And I see this from him. Okay. And he shows he's still logged into it. Right. Now I wonder where the grading portion is. Oh, here, add grade. Yeah. And so I will say he's got it correct, so I'm going to give 20 out of 20. And now I'm saving it. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm clicked on him. If I'm in here, and now I can put return. And here's the grade, and yes, it gives me another chance. I tell it to return. Now my understanding again is too that they don't manage these very well. You have to manage this grade. So let me just come out of here once and see what that looks like. Stream. I haven't seen anything with grades so far. Okay. So let's go see what it looked like when it came back to him. Let me close some of this. This one can be closed. We're done with that. Okay, and that's his stuff. Returned, and so he can see now. I would assume he can open it. I thought maybe it would tell him here what grade he got on it. Oh, right up here. Sure, he got 20 out of 20. And here you can add comments, I guess. I wonder if I could have done that. Oh, right here. Oh, add class comments. You can do that, I guess. And I bet you on his but on that paper, I would. Oh, here's private comments. I knew there had to be a place you had comments. So there you have that. And I say my understanding is you still have to manage the grades in this, but it's all pretty slick, and it's going to get simpler. They're going to work this out so this works better. I'm going to give you an assignment to make you practice this here in a second, but you get an idea of this, how this works. And it's, like I say, it's a little clumsy yet. I assure you it'll get better. All kinds of stuff here, and Google is really into development, so it'll come. So here's the demo. The assignment will be separate.